Hi, I'm Pat, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Click that bell for notifications because I'll be talking about BMW i8 content a lot on this channel. Today I wanted to talk about something that has been on my mind a lot since I've owned the BMW i8. And that is hearing people in public and seeing comments on the internet that say the BMW i8 is slow. I heard it so much and I read it so much, I actually started believing it. And I would tell people that would come up to me asking me about performance of the car. And I'd say, well, it's pretty slow. It'll do 0 to 60 in 4.2 and in the low 12s in a quarter mile. And most of the time that's met by confusion. A lot of people think that I'm kind of crazy that I say it's slow and it has those kind of performance figures. But a lot of the automotive enthusiast community seems to believe that this car is slow. Probably more of a thought process of it's slower than it looks like it should be. And what I mean by that is the car looks like it should be much faster than it really is. Okay, but it doesn't answer the question as to why some people would say the car is slow. And it sort of weighed on my mind for some time. I really wanted to better understand what was in the same performance category as the BMW i8. Now this is the 2015 model, 357 horsepower, 420 pounds-feet of torque. So the latest model is a little bit faster, I don't know, 5 or 10 more horsepower, not any more torque. And that is because they made some modifications to the electric motor. But the gas engine that's combined with the electric motor is giving you those peak numbers as far as horsepower and torque are concerned. Now, what does that mean to me? The fastest car I ever owned before this was a C5 Corvette, the 1997 model. And I want to say that was 345 horsepower and roughly the same amount of torque. And then I put long tube headers and X-pipe free flow cats and got another maybe 45 horsepower out of it. I don't know how much more torque. And that felt pretty fast. And it could run a 14-second quarter mile because I raced it. And I don't remember the 0 to 60 times, but to me that felt fast. So when I got this thing and said, oh, it's only 357 horsepower. No, this felt like much more horsepower to me. And the experience behind the wheel of the car is sometimes it will get scary if I try to push it and I have to back off. So it feels like it has enough power to easily beat that C5 Corvette, and it should on paper. But I wanted to do a little bit more research and see what other vehicles compared to it. So I went online and I spent a lot of time trying to see what 0 to 60 and what quarter mile times the i8 compared to as far as other vehicles. And right off the bat, I wanted to see what the difference was between this and the C7 Corvette, the latest model of Corvette, because it was produced around the same model year, 2015. And when I go on a Corvette forum, I'm seeing numbers of 0 to 60 between 3.8 and 4.2, okay, and quarter mile times of 11.3 to 12.5, respectable. Now when I look at the i8 numbers that were posted online, I'm seeing 3.8 to 4.3, so roughly the same 0 to 60 time, and quarter mile times of 12.1 to 12.9. So the quarter mile times are slower, and the reason for that is because the electric motor in the front of this car will not produce full power after 5 seconds, and that is because of the amount of heat that's generated, so it has to cut back on the amount of power that's coming out of that front engine, or that front motor. Now, is a stock C7 Corvette slow? Are you going to go to Corvettes of Carlisle and go, man, look at all these brand new slow C7 Corvettes? No. And nobody looks at a Corvette and says, man, that thing's slow. I mean, maybe, you know, like a C2? I mean, we're going back to the 50s and early 60s here, you know, and those look slow. But once you get into a 63 on up, just the appearance of the car looks so much faster. And compared to other models that were produced in the same years of other vehicles, they're equivalent and as far as top performance is concerned. So I would never look at the car and go, man, that thing's slow. How about, I researched the 2015 Mustang Shelby GT500 Super Snake, 0 to 60 in 3.9, quarter mile, 12.3. All right, so is that slow? How about the current Mustang Shelby GT350R? Seeing 0 to 60 times between 3.9 and 4.1 and a quarter mile in 12 to 12.4. Is that slow? No, don't buy a GT350R because people are going to look down on you. That's really a slow car. No, I mean, it's crazy. So, you know, I went down the list then at other cars that were published online, and I can link to some of these in the description, but I'm not going to provide proof of everything that I found online. It's just going to take a lot of time. But here are other models that had similar 0 to 60 and quarter mile times. The Alfa Romeo 4C, and 2015 Aston Martin DB9, the Vanquish, and the V12 Vantage. All right, they're slow. 2015 Audi S4, S5, and TTS. In 2015, the BMW M2, M3, and M4. M cars, they're slow. All right, here's one. So I'm going down the list alphabetically, and a Bugatti was on the list, okay? Now, this is a 1994 Bugatti EB110 GT. The 2015 Camaro SS, Chrysler 300 SRT8, some 2015 Dodge Challenger RT Scat Pack, and Dodge Charger SRT 392. Same model year, slow. All right, so then I got into the, alphabetically, I got into the Ferraris. The 2011 Ferrari 612 Scag. How about the 2009 Ferrari F430, the 2005 Ferrari 575M Super America, the 2004 Ferrari 360 Challenge Stradale. And that's the Stradman's favorite car. Too bad, that's slow. The 2015 Jaguar F-Type Coupe. Oh, we got down to the Lamborghinis here on the list. Okay, the 2007 Lamborghini Gallardo. So one of the most affordable Lamborghinis that people purchase today. Great car, but it's too bad that it's slow, you know. The 2000 Lamborghini Diablo VT, and even the 1990 Lamborghini Countach, the car that I had on a poster in my room, you know, the most desirable car back when I was a teenager. Too bad it's just a slow car. The 2014 Lotus Elise S Club Racer and the 2016 Lotus Evora Sport 410, they're slow. I got down to the Maseratis. So the 2015 Maserati Gran Turismo and the Quattroporte were slower than this. But it is a Maserati. People expect performance from those. It's too bad that they're slow. This is faster than a 2016 Mercedes Maybach S600. Or it's in the same performance as a 2015 G65, G63, GL63, S550E, GLA45 AMG, S65 AMG, SL400, C400, E400, SL63 AMG. If you own any of these cars, I'm sorry, they're slow. The 2015 Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution, the 2015 Nissan 370Z Nismo. Too bad it's slow. We get to the Porsches. Here we go. The 2015 Porsche Boxster GTS, the Cayman GTS, the 911 Targa 4S. Some newer models. The 2016 Cayman GT4, same performance. The 2017 718 Cayman S, and the 2018 Panamera. We got down to the R's here. Rolls-Royce, Ghost, Wraith, and Dawn. Similar performance. The 2009 Tesla Roadster, the 2013 Tesla Model S P85 Plus, and the 2016 Tesla Model S 90D. That's all I had time to research. similar performance. So I'm having a hard time now, after hearing how slow the BMW i8 is and reading how slow it is, to believing it's really slow, because I know owners that have a lot of these cars, and I wouldn't in a million years go up to them and say, hey, I like your car, but too bad it's slow. And I get that. I hear it. People actually tell me this. And maybe I ought to start asking the question, what performance figures do you consider slow? And if that's the case, what are you driving? Now, because I'd love to go for a ride in your car sometime, because I'd honestly love to feel better performance than I'm getting out of this. And I'm being honest here. I'd love it. You know, if you're doing quarter-mile times in the 10s, man, take me for a ride. I'd love to experience it. And my battery died. So I'm back. Anyway, no disrespect to anybody that owns any of the vehicles on the list that I talked about. Seriously, I don't consider them slow. In fact, when I was growing up, trying to get a car in the 12s in a quarter mile cost a lot of money and a lot of time and a lot of modifications that almost made the car not streetable. It was very difficult to drive a car that fast on the street. So definitely no disrespect to any car that has performed in a similar category as the i8. Now, that also begs the question, is it because people who've driven supercars or who have seen the supercar numbers, are they comparing those numbers to this car? Because they're in a different league. This car looks like a supercar, but it performs like a sports car. And in fact, BMW labels it as a sports car. But a lot of BMW i8 owners say it's a supercar, and it has supercar features to it. The tub of the car is all carbon fiber. It's, you know, bleeding edge technology. It's a mid-engine car. It can potentially be in a supercar category, but it performs like a supercar of yesteryear. So I have a hard time saying it's a supercar. I definitely will call it an exotic due to the materials that are in the car and how it was configured in the technology. But I personally don't call it a supercar. But we'll leave that for another video. Anyway, thanks for watching. I really appreciate you stopping by, checking this video out. Go down in the comment box below and let me know what you think. Do you think the i8 is slow, and then why? You know, have you experienced a car that's faster, or are you just basing it upon appearance and how you think it should operate? Let me know. I'll be curious to hear what you have to say. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, and please click that bell for notifications, as I'll be posting i8 content often. Thanks for stopping by, and happy motoring.